think we can.
All right, Giants back. Super Bowl, baby. Super Bowl. Fired up.
All right, Vig. Let's talk Super Bowl.
Super Bowl 46.
Super Bowl 46, Indianapolis will feature
Fast track.
indoors, no weather conditions.
Indy 500.
It'll be like the Indy 500. Yep, inside with our boy Victor Cruz and the New York Giants.
Cruise control.
Playing against the overmatched, slower, older New England Patriots.
Don't jinx me, man. Come on.
I know I shouldn't be saying this
Gotta
now.
respect the Patriots.
I don't respect them. You know, okay, I respect them. I just don't like them. So I don't like them to the point where I will take every attempt I can to pile on.
Because you don't like them, you don't respect them.
Correct. Even though, you know, at the end of the day, every player on the Patriots team, practice team, is a better athlete than I am, and that's fine, and that I respect. But as a team, when you put you all together, your nucleus, I don't care for you at one bit.
I'm with you.
So with that, Super Bowl. Giants got there by beating the 49ers, the NFC Championship game.
Well, first, we beat the Falcons at home.
We
were clearly the better team.
Clearly, yes.
We out-physicaled the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau. We looked like
Killed
the better team.
Beat them by 17, and we could have, you know, a couple of different poor calls by the officials go our way. We probably would have beaten them by 30.
And then a really tough game against a very good Niners team.
Yeah, very good, very
On the road.
defensive team on the road in bad weather.
Yep.
We beat them in overtime.
Yep.
To, you know, another improbable run. We get there. We're playing the
9-7 going in.
Yeah, and now we're playing the Patriots, who feel like they're on top of the world, and they have a score to settle with us.
The Patriots, real quick before we get to the Super Bowl. The Patriots had one game to get to the Super Bowl. They had a bye.
Right.
Then they played the Broncos at home.
Joke.
And we talked about last week how the Steelers just psyched themselves out. Then so they beat the Broncos. Then they had one real game. They played the Ravens at home.
Right. And that was
the Giants
tough.
had 3 games to
Right.
get to the Super Bowl.
Absolutely. And you know what? The Patriots did not play a good game last week. They could have lost to the Ravens, a team that they gave up 20 points of offense, a team that does not generally score 20 points. Brady had a couple turnovers. If they play like that again in the Super Bowl, we're going to coast to a victory. It won't even be close. But here we are again.
Okay.
Vegas has put the Patriots as a 3-point favorite.
Understandable. 13-3.
Yeah, exactly. They've done a little better during the regular season. But you know what? Why can't the Giants win? I don't see the problem as to why we can't win again.
Yeah, you know, the thing about the Patriots in 2007, the Super Bowl being in 2008, right, in February. The thing about that team was not only the march to perfection, but they had a historically good offense, and they had a good defense. Good. Not great, good defense. This season, in the regular season, because they've been stepping up during the playoffs, they had a bottom 5 defense overall, and a very good offense because of Brady.
Right.
I mean, not because they have that much talent on the offensive side of the ball, because Brady is a surgeon at picking defenses apart. You know, dump it off to Welker. Here's my tight end to Gronkowski. Here's my other tight end. I'm just going to totally, you know, take out of nowhere. Wasn't even drafted. We're going to make him Hernandez. We're going to make him phenomenal. You know, Brady's a surgeon, but they had a very good offense and a pretty bad defense versus both the offense and the defense were better in 07.
Which is why I think it plays to our advantage. You know, our defense has really come on strong more late. If you look at the stats, we weren't exactly a top 5 defense ourselves.
No, we were the worst. We were the worst defense in the league. Giants were the worst defense in the regular season.
But look at how we've played since then.
Since getting healthy.
And you know, what they say a lot about the NFL playoffs is it's not the best team that wins, it's the team that gets hot.
Yeah.
And we're hot. Our defense is playing great. It's a lot of the same guys that were on the team 4 years ago when we played the Patriots and beat them. You know OC's going to be ready for it. You know Justin Tuck's going to be ready for it again. Same 2 guys putting a lot of pressure on Brady. I expect it
They will be ready for it.
I'll be ready for it. If they need to call me up to throw me on the defensive line, I'm ready.
Do it.
You know, I'll get injured on the first play, but I'm ready.
Right.
I'm ready.
Yeah. I'll totally sell out. I'll totally sell out.
I will give you everything I have for 4 seconds until I break my leg. But either with that, I think we have a good shot because our offense is nearly almost as good as the Patriots. It really is. But our defense is playing significantly better. If we can stop the Patriots a few times, you know, I think it kind of falls into our play. We've had a little discussion. I think it's going to be high scoring. You think it's going to be a little bit more, you know, normal football.
Yeah, I think logic tells me that it is going to be high scoring. I think only if you look historically, these games, these types of games, playoff games, Super Bowl games, even though you have high-powered offenses matched up, they don't turn into a shootout, which on paper this looks like it should be.
Yeah, a lot of people say that comes from having 2 weeks to prepare. Each team has 2 weeks to prepare, and they can get their defenses in line. It's kind of like with the NCAA National Championship game. Generally, if it's 2 good teams who play each other, it's generally a low-scoring game. If you look at this year's, it was 20-0. When people thought it would be a little bit more than 20 points scored in the game.
Yeah.
The year before that with Auburn and Oregon, people expected that to be a shootout of like 80 points. I think only 30-something points were scored. But same idea is, the defensive have a chance to prepare for the offense. They can get ready and slow the offenses down, and it makes it a little bit harder for them to work and get those points on the board.
So give me a couple of Fitz's keys to the game.
Our keys to the game for us is going to be winning the turnover margin. We beat San Francisco because of turnovers.
Yeah.
And nothing drives me more crazy than turnovers. I'm watching the game, if we're driving, we get a fumble, or Eli throws a loose interception. So I'm going to say we can win that because you know what? Brady has more interceptions than Eli so far in these playoffs. And he's been the surgeon.
Simpler conditions too. I mean, Eli has played in the elements.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say turnovers is going to be a big one, and I'm gonna say another one that works to our advantage is the skill players. Is our wide receivers, our big 3, the troika, as people are saying. I think our big 3 outdoes their Gronkowski, Hernandez, and Welker combo. I'd say we get the offensive edge there.
What's interesting is the Hernandez Gronkowski combo. Those are tight ends.
Yeah.
So their wide receivers are not world renowned, although they did bring back the dude from Seattle that used to be on
Deion Branch.
Yeah, Deion Branch. All right, so totally agree with you on the turnover battle. The skill player is interesting because you mentioned that the Giants have, I think it's something like 17 players returning or something like that, versus the Patriots only have like 7 or 8 returning. Yeah. But our wide receiver core is completely turned over.
Completely, yeah.
So I agree with the skill players, agree with the turnover. So I'll give you 2 different ones. To me, it's stopping the underneath checkdowns from Brady.
Okay.
I think on a fast track, we can get Brady to Welker to death.
Yeah.
We can get Brady to who the Jets cast off.
The Woodhead.
To Danny Woodhead to death. That's number 1. Number 2, I'm going to see a big momentum change if we can get Bradshaw and Jacobs on track. And I think on a fast track, we can get Jacobs going. If we can get Jacobs going early, where maybe he's not gaining 100 yards in the first half, but he's grinding out 5 and 6 yards of play in the first half and punishing the Patriots,
right.
We are going to see some first and 10 handoffs to Jacobs where he goes for 15 yards.
Oh,
we're going to be screaming at the television saying, Jacobs, he's back. We got to sign him for next year.
It might happen, yeah.
So I think some running back play, including Jacobs, as well as we have to stop the checkdowns.
Yeah, I think you're a good point there. So if we're able to keep the game close, meaning not let Brady score on his first 3 possessions and score 21 points in the first 15 minutes of the game, because we might do the same, but I don't expect us to score every time we get the ball. If we can keep it close to the point where we can continue to run, and I'm going to give a pretty aggressive number here. If we have 75 yards of rushing at halftime, which is a good number.
Good number. As a team, good number.
Yeah, as a team, we control that game. Not saying we're going to end the game with 150 because we'll probably end up going more to the pass in the second half, like what always happens. But then we're, just like you said, Vic, that's where you hit them with the one-timer up the middle that's going to go for 15 when
yards.
You need it.
Yeah.
And because they're loosened up and you've beaten on them a little bit. So I think
it's
that can be
demoralizing to defense too.
Absolutely. When you're running down the person's
you get 8 in the box and you hand off and Jacobs. Meanwhile, the offensive line parts and you're a defensive back. You see Jacobs coming at you.
Oof. I wouldn't run for that hit.
Prediction.
All right, here we go. I wasn't ready for this. I really wasn't. But, because we're going to have quite a few more videos and talks about this game. But I'm going to throw it out here. I'm going to stick with the high-scoring affair. I am. And I'm also going to stick with the Giants winning it. I'm going to say, let's go 31-27.
Okay.
Giants.
Okay, and you know what? I thought you might go a little higher than that.
Okay.
So
I wasn't going to go higher than that.
So I will 31-27, 4-point game. I think it will be tight. Sure, when I love the Giants blowout, but I think it'll be about a 4-point game also. I keep both teams in the 20s. Lots of content there, Fitz.
That was a lot.
10 minutes?
That was a 9:55.